Hey there, how are you? Today we'll learn how to make an infographic at a website called Canva, that's CANVA.com. And an infographic is an easy way to display a lot of information graphically, which means in a picture format, and make it look really, really pretty. So look for a tab that says Infographic and click on it. If you don't have that tab, guess what you're going to type in? Infographic. Yup. And then select it. Once that's done, you will get a lot of templates, a lot of presets. Mine are usually side by side. So let me find a cool one. You're always looking for light on dark. Oh, I'm using this one right now. I'll show you what I'm doing with it. So if you double click on the one that you like, it opens up, and then you have lots of choices. In my case, I'm doing a character analysis where I look at two characters from the film Ratatouille. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom in. I know I'm going to compare two characters, so delete all that there junk. I want to compare Chef Gusteau, it's French, I have to spell it out, versus Chef Skinner. So I don't need that period, that looks weird. So I'm just going to, it put the period back. What? It keeps putting it back. I'm going to get you. What I want to do is I'm going to have one chef on one side, one chef on the other. So I've changed the heading to Chef Gusteau and Chef Skinner. From there, they're from the movie Ratatouille. Ratatouille. That's hard to spell, but I checked it. So one side I'm going to talk about Chef Gusteau, who is a good guy. He's a protagonist. On the Chef Skinner side, he's the bad guy. He is one of the bad guys, and he is otherwise known as an antagonist. So this one I want to keep it simple. I only want like a heading. I don't want tiny little print like this. So can I just click on certain parts of it and hit delete? Yeah, I want to keep the big type. I'm going to get rid of the little stuff. Boom. So notice, since the box is nearly empty, I am going to move it so it's centered. See the purple lines? That tells me it's centered up and down, and it's centered side to side. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click up in here. I want to save it. There's lots of stuff, so I'm going to delete all of that big name. Steve Hepler, IG for infographic. Not Instagram, but close enough. So put your name in the title. Okay, on the Chef Gusteau side, what's his personality like? Delete all this junk. Happy and open-minded. Because he is. He's happy all the time, and he's willing to give people room to learn. Anyone can cook. That's his motto, right? What about Skinner on the other side? All right, I want to delete the small type like I did over there. Also, I'm deleting the little lines. Because I want to keep this way basic. I'm going to move it down so it's in the middle of the cell, side to side, because that purple line shows us we're in the center from side to side, and then the purple line going through the word induction shows us we're centered up and down as well. What is Chef Skinner like? He's angry all the time. One thing I want you to do as you compare side to side, we've got 2 lines of text here. Can we turn this into 2 lines of text maybe just by stretching out the width of the box just a tiny bit? We can. It's good to have things be symmetrical. They don't have to be perfect, but they should be close. Notice I'm moving it so that I get the purple lines to show me that it's centered up and down, and it's centered side to side. 1, 2. Looks good. Let's move on. What is next? Same thing down here. Let's get rid of any elements we don't want. Get rid of the line, get rid of the tiny things, get rid of this line as well. Move this guy until it's centered up and down and centered left to right. That looks good. Same thing here. Click it, delete it. Same thing there. Click it and delete it. Same thing there. Click it, move it down, center it up, side to side and right to left. Boom. What are we going to say? Inspired by creativity, because he is, oh, we ran out of room, so guess what? Just a little bitty bit. That works for me. And then can we center it up, side to side and up and down? There, yeah. Over here, Follow his rules or else. Yeah. So notice 3 lines, and then just center it up. In this case, until I see the purple lines in the middle of the box that I'm moving, which tells me it's centered up and down and it's centered right to left. One thing I need you to do, if there's something like this that's preset, click it, delete it. One thing I never want to see on your infographic is the word infographic. Duh, I know what it is. So you don't have to add that. Cut it out, especially when Canva puts it there. Don't leave anything of the presets here. Write your own stuff. All right, last step. I want to show you how to add pictures to this. I went online and I found 2 photos, one of Chef Skinner, one of Chef Gusteau, that are about the same orientation. They're both landscape photos and about the same size. I'm going to show you how to add pictures to your infographic. Go over here, go to Uploads, click on that. And then you want to do what? You want to upload media. That sounds good. If you're on your PC, same thing. Go to Desktop. Guess what? I have a picture of Gusteau. And the water shows you it's almost done. And then I go to Upload Media. And then I want the picture of Skinner. Isn't he gorgeous? Not really. So these 2 things are adding in. Gusteau's on the left, right? Yeah. So I take the picture of Gusteau once it's uploaded here, and I can just drag it over. Now, if I want to make these things symmetrical, the same on both sides, right? Maybe about right there? And what about Skinner? Ha! I put him over the top. What did I do? Can I do the back arrow? Yeah, okay. So if you make a mistake, this is the guy you want. Let's take this. Let's move him over. Let's not put him on top of Gusteau. One thing I would like you to do, if you do pictures on both sides, make sure they're about the same size. Easy way to do that, set one over the top of each other. And then you can shrink them down so that they're the same thing, like side to side, right? And then I cover them up. Are they the same thing top to bottom? Yup. So then I can scooch it over. This is your magnification down here at the bottom. If you want to get rid of this so you can see more of the graphic, click that little arrow. And then if you zoom out, yeah, you see how Gusteau looks more centered. Yeah, okay, see how the purple line down the middle of Gusteau's nose goes down the purple line down the middle of the boxes? That looks good. Oh, this is weird. Notice that the purple line can be in different places depending on what you're centering with. So not only use the purple line, but use your eyeballs too. That looks decent. And then this one. So now I just need to figure out what's going on in these 2 boxes, don't I? Alright, it is done. Remember, Gusteau's on one side, Skinner's on the other. Name of the movie, just because I liked it that way. Gusteau is happy and open-minded. Skinner is angry all the time. Gusteau is inspired by creativity. Skinner, you gotta follow his rules or else. Gusteau's into gourmet food, but Skinner loves it when he says burritos, millions and millions of burritos. And then I ended with 2 quotes. I'm like, let's use a quote from each guy. The name of Gusteau's book was Anyone Can Cook. But what did Skinner say to Linguini? How dare you cook in my kitchen? So I think I've done a pretty good job of showing the differences between the 2. Remember, everything needs to be symmetrical. About the same on both sides. The closest I come to being off balance is 3 lines over here and 4 lines over here. That's still pretty good. Pictures are the same size. They're centered up and down and side to side, and everything looks really, really pretty. So if you want to do a compare and contrast infographic, this is the way to do it. That's all for now. Thanks. Bye-bye.